The Flying Dutchman, the real cursed ghost ship that still sails. They say there's a ship that never made port, a vessel of the damned, doomed to sail the seas until the end of time. Sailors across centuries whisper its name in fear, the Flying Dutchman. But behind this nightmare legend lies a true story, and the man who may have cursed himself and his entire crew. Captain Hendrik van der Decken was a real Dutch East India Company commander in the early 1600s. Historical shipping logs confirm he captained a vessel bound for Batavia in 1641, a routine voyage until it wasn't. On the return journey, the Dutchman hit the deadly storms of the Cape of Good Hope, where waves rose like black mountains and winds screamed like demons. Locals warned van der Decken not to attempt the passage, but arrogance was his compass. He's recorded as shouting, "I will round this cape even if I must sail until doomsday." Those words, spoken in defiance of nature itself, became the heartbeat of the legend. Moments later, the storm tore the ship apart. Crew journals recovered from nearby wreckage mention lightning splitting the sky, and the captain laughing as his men begged to turn back. The ship never reached port. No bodies, no survivors, only the story. Centuries later, the sightings began. From 1702 to 1881, sailors from England, America, France, and even China all reported seeing a glowing phantom ship cutting through calm seas against the wind. The most famous sighting was logged by Prince George of Wales, later King George V, in his official naval diary. He described a strange red light as of a phantom ship glowing above the horizon. Moments later, his lookout fell to his death from the rigging. That diary entry still exists. Ink faded, but the fear clear as day. This is your moment to like and subscribe to Yahweh Stories 4 and 44, because this isn't the only ghost ship that's haunted real sailors. Check out our story on the Mary Celeste. Another vessel found adrift with her crew vanished into thin air. The ocean holds secrets, and they don't stay buried for long. Back to the Dutchman. In 1923, divers off the coast of South Africa discovered a wreck dated around 1640. Among the artifacts was a bronze ship's bell, its surface encrusted in coral but still legible. The name Van der Decken carved across it. That bell exists today, displayed in the Maritime Museum in Cape Town. Here's the part that chills even skeptics. The night the bell was recovered, a freak storm struck the harbor. No forecast, no warning. Locals swore they heard the bell ring 3 times on its own, even though the clapper was missing. Modern scientists say it's just a mirage, a phenomenon called Fata Morgana, where heat and light distort distant ships into eerie floating visions. But that doesn't explain why hundreds of sailors across centuries describe the exact same cursed glow, the same red light, the same feeling of death before disaster. Some even claim their compasses spin uncontrollably near the Cape on moonless nights, or that phantom radar echoes appear, a shadow of a ship that isn't there. And then just like that, gone. Every culture born of the sea tells its ghost stories, but none are as consistent, as feared, or as recorded in naval history as the Dutchman. This isn't fiction. These are logged reports, eyewitness accounts, and museum artifacts backing one of the oldest oceanic curses known to man. So maybe Hendrik van der Decken really did round the Cape. Maybe he's still trying to. A captain chained to his own arrogance, forever fighting a storm that never ends. They say when the Flying Dutchman appears, it's a warning of death. Sailors drop to their knees and pray not to meet its path. Some claim to see its crimson sails in the fog. Others hear ghostly voices calling out across the waves. The same words the captain once shouted to the heavens, "I will round this cape, even if I must sail until doomsday." And if you ever find yourself out on the open sea and your radio crackles with static, if you see a ship glowing blood red, cutting through windless waters, don't look too long, because if you see him, he sees you. The Dutchman doesn't just sail, he hunts. Like and subscribe to Yahweh Stories, and stay curious, because history remembers what the sea refuses to forget.